Hello Capricorn, this is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week, commencing the 5th of February until the 12th of February 2024. The first card for you is representing. How do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Five of Pentacles. This card typically points to a time of financial strife, poverty and adversity, and indicates that you have suffered a significant financial loss or failure. This card shows the many faces of material misfortune and lack, including loss of funds, general poverty, illness, unemployment, and solitude. If you have suffered a loss, know that there are people around you who are willing to help. There is always a solution and always a way out, so either open your eyes and go to it, or close your eyes and let the inner light guide you. Often, what has caused these financial problems is a matter of your own emotions. Greed will lead to loss, anxiety will lead to error, possessiveness will lead to solitude. By focusing on the material, you lose sight of your spiritual development. You may be rich for a while, but all will be lost if you learn nothing. On a psychological level, the Five of Pentacles may indicate difficulty with your relationship to money and material things. If money becomes the primary motivating force in life and the gauge by which you judge your worth, the lack of it may produce anxiety and a sense of being excluded from the good things money can provide. For example, if you are unfortunate enough to encounter financial difficulties such as the loss of employment or an investment gone belly up, you may fall into the trap of losing faith in your ability to recreate a positive financial situation for yourself. Therefore, you should not only consider your actual financial circumstances, but also your attitudes toward money. What fears do you have around money and wealth? Are you anxious about never having enough, or do you have faith in your ability to manifest what you need to live a prosperous, fulfilled life, no matter what your circumstances? Often wealth is based as much on your psychological state as your actual financial state. In a world that often equates success with financial wealth, the loss shown on the Five of Pentacles can be a humbling blow to your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. This loss can occur in any number of ways, but even though an external event may seem to be the cause, this card often reflects that the loss is something you have brought upon yourself. There is a spiritual loss that often precedes or accompanies loss of material wealth. The Five of Pentacles can also point to a time of being alone, feeling abandoned, ignored and unwanted. You may be excluded from group events or you are being ostracized by others. You are in desperate need of support and comfort from those who actually care. The second card for you is representing. What do you want most right now? Your card is the Two of Pentacles. This card indicates the necessity for balance between opposing desires and interests. Life will always be uncertain, yet if you can produce balance and harmony among all the demands upon you, you will ultimately live happily and in prosperity. Thus, the Two of Pentacles serves as a reminder to remain alert, agile and patient as you attempt to juggle your family, your friends, work, finances, health and new challenges. You need to be very clear on your priorities and where you want to invest your time and energy. There is a tendency to be distracted by day-to-day affairs and general busyness, so prioritizing your activities and carefully managing your time is essential. The Two of Pentacles brings you back down to earth and reminds you to not only focus on your broader life goals, but to also make sure your day-to-day affairs are in order. This is a card of good time management and financial management, ensuring that your bills are paid on time, that you keep a record of all your appointments and daily commitments, etc. It may sound tedious having to focus your attention on these more mundane issues, but this card reminds you that sometimes getting on top of your daily affairs is as important as pursuing your broader life goals. Sometimes, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that there are problems and difficulties in the future. There may be obstacles erected which hinder the attainment of what you wish to pursue or obtain in life. The situation may cause undue worry, and again, you will be required to juggle your priorities and manage your time effectively to stay on top of the situation. Similarly, the Two of Pentacles predicts change. You need to be able to cope with change, remaining flexible and adaptable in your approach. Rather than putting all your eggs in one basket, you may be better to keep two or more things going at once, so you have the luxury of choice should one option fall through. You must stay centered while you stay flexible and keep informed. Look for new possibilities, be open to change and go with the flow as best you can. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the Eight of Swords. This card indicates that you have come through a difficult time, and you are becoming more open to change and self-acceptance. You have been able to reflect on what did and did not work in the past, and have changed your perspective and approach. You acknowledge that you do indeed have options, and you are refusing to play the role of the victim, taking greater accountability for where you are in life. The Eight of Swords is often a sign that it is best not to make any important decisions at this point, because your thinking has been limited and constrained by self-imposed boundaries. You are struggling to see a situation for what it is, and have been led to believe certain things that may or may not be true. There are choices available, but first you must be within the right mindset to know which option to choose. This means releasing the bindings and the blindfold to see the situation from a different, less imposing angle. There may also be too many ideas running through your head, thus it is best to wait until you feel more secure and certain about a situation before making important decisions and taking action. The woman in the Eight of Swords is often seen as powerless. She has surrendered her power to an unknown entity, thus rendering herself completely powerless. She has become the victim and is now waiting to be rescued. If you see part of this woman in yourself, then it is imperative you take back your power and personal accountability, and open your eyes to the options that lie in front of you. The fact is that you do have options, even if you do not like those options. This is fine, so long as you accept that you do indeed have options, and you do not have to be the victim here. The Eight of Swords portrays a dilemma whereby you are faced with the difficulty of a painful decision, and you are at an impasse, uncertain of which way to go. However, what you may not realize is that the decision in the Eight is the result of our own actions. Despite the fact that you have boxed yourself into a corner, there is a way out. The solution is simply to deal with the situation in the most direct yet tactful manner possible, and face your choice with inner strength. It is time to be honest with yourself and others in order to be free of the burden of fear or guilt that is implied with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can indicate that your interests will be opposed by other people, and this may create restrictions to what it is you want to achieve. Take back your power and realize that you have options whether others oppose you or not. You do not have to be constrained by their way of thinking or their rules. The Eight of Swords indicates that you need to free yourself from some of the limiting factors of your past. You have some skeletons in the closet that need clearing out. Allow yourself to let go of old patterns of behavior and belief systems that have previously held you back. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Page of Pentacles. This is a card of dreams and the desire to manifest those dreams in the material world. You may be in the midst of a new project such as a hobby, business venture, or the beginning of a new educational experience. In any case, the page is a sign of enthusiasm and desire, focused around a goal or a dream. The card does not indicate the fulfillment of dreams as much as the initial motivation and energy to begin the process of creating those dreams in reality. Therefore, this card encourages you to begin to put in place clear plans and actions that will ultimately lead you to achieve your dreams and goals. This is a time when you need to be able to apply careful planning in order to manifest your dreams and achieve your goals. You need to remain focused on the practical and tangible elements, keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground, and not getting carried away with more ideas and concepts, but rather being focused on what is realistic and achievable. This is when your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead you to success and to finding a solution that actually works. Now is the time to start acting on all of those grand ideas and concepts that have been brewing in your imagination. Now is the time to make them real. The Page of Pentacles also asks you to grow and expand in a way that generates prosperity and wealth for the future. You are just at the beginning of a new project or venture that will require you to remain focused on tangible outcomes and results. Be clear on what skills and resources you will require in order to draw wealth and abundance to you. The Page of Pentacles has the desire to learn all things. He is dedicated to knowledge and the attainment of wisdom and new skills. He is devoted to all in which he is engaged, and he has great concentration in his interests and pursuits. Thus, the appearance of this card suggests that success will come to you after you have mastered new skills and have set your mind to achieving specific tangible goals. You may need to consider further study, expanding your skill sets at work, or learning completely new ways of doing things. Do not be afraid to be the apprentice again, even if you are a master of another domain. Think of those 70-year-olds who enthusiastically start a university degree. The more skills you bring to your portfolio, the more goals and dreams you can achieve. Sometimes, the Page of Pentacles can represent a young person who has an entrepreneurial spirit. This person may be eager to attain wealth by pursuing a new business idea, by learning new skills, or by applying themselves to a new situation. This page might be young, but there is also great enthusiasm, commitment, dedication, and a strong sense of responsibility to see the project through. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the Five of Wands. You have a tendency to avoid conflict wherever possible. You may find that any sort of tension or conflict makes you feel quite uneasy, and you wish it would just go away. So, you deflect a lot of that energy and just ignore the problem, if there is one. The trouble, however, is that in doing this, you may just be pushing some of your own concerns to the side, without really dealing with them or being assertive about them. So consider whether always avoiding conflict is the best way to go, or if you are finding yourself just compromising on what is important to you. The Five of Wands is like a sigh of relief after conflict and struggle. You are no longer up against so much competition and can just be. On more personal level, you have worked through your anger and hostility, and you feel more secure in your relationships. You do not have to constantly prove yourself anymore. The Five of Wands can also indicate a realization that you do indeed need focus to achieve your goals. You have come through a period of scattered thought and random ideas, only to find yourself in the same place you were when you started. You now acknowledge that if you are to progress your goals further, you must focus your attention on your key priorities, and stay committed to your goal without considering even more possibilities or opportunities. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Ace of Wands. This card is a sign to just go for it. This highly action-oriented card sees you feeling incredibly inspired and enthusiastic about pursuing a new idea or project that you have in mind. You are all revved up and raring to go. Use your creative energy and passion to take the first steps and get this project underway. Even if you like to have everything planned out before you begin down a certain path, the Ace of Wands is encouraging you to listen to your instincts and follow your gut. If it feels like a good idea, it probably is. So, start with a few basic actions to get things underway, and then continue to grow and develop your ideas through more complex actions later on. The important thing is that you act now, rather than spending more time planning or researching. The Ace of Wands is also indicative of a time in your life where you have a breakthrough moment and feel very inspired and motivated about a particular idea or passion. Your eyes have been opened to a whole new world, and you are now very excited about the possibilities and the opportunities that are available to you. You are showing huge potential at this time and are driven by a strong creative force. It is as if there is a latent talent within that is just bursting to get out and be fully utilized. This is also a perfect time to draw upon your imagination and to make your dreams reality. Something to keep in mind with the Ace of Wands, and any ace for that matter, is that it is but a seed that is yet to grow into something more solid or sustainable. You are being offered an opportunity here that shows great promise, but it will be up to you to make the most of it, and to maximize the potential for the longer term. It is almost like the spark that is needed to fuel a huge fire, but you must work hard to build the fire up, as the spark itself is not enough to make such a large fire. The energy of the Ace of Wands can also signify a restlessness or uncertainty as to how to proceed. You may have energy and passion, but not yet have a clear outlet for its expression. All of these wonderful ideas are beginning to build up from within, and you are just bursting with energy, but now you must find a way to effectively express this energy in a way that will set you up in the longer term. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Queen of Spring. The Queen of Spring is truly amazing. She can write up a marketing plan at work, throw a birthday party with 30 kids in attendance, volunteer for the local animal shelter, and somehow make it home in time to dress up for that formal event that's so important to her spouse. A devoted parent, she is graceful, intelligent, and lovely. And yet her most endearing attribute is that she is a true friend. She will be there for you no matter what, and that's why everyone loves her. On the other hand, she can be a fierce competitor. An independent and strong leader, she likes to have things her way. Chances are very good that you'll agree with her ideas. But if you don't, you may have a challenging time getting her to come around to your point of view. The Queen sits on her throne, carefully contemplating her next step. Her red dress indicates that she is very passionate about her plans, and she will not wait long before taking action. Additional meanings of this card: trusting in your own abilities, showing grace under fire, maintaining a balance between work and home, being a good parent, the determination to succeed.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.